They are, for sure.
So I think Mr. Movie said, what is it about this? So the idea is that there's this mass misremembering of, like, for Curious George, everybody remembered that he had a tail. Did he have a tail or did he not have a tail? And the reality is he never had a tail. And then people go into this back and forth like Mr. and Mrs. Movies did with Moonraker and go, no, he definitely had a tail.
We both remember it being
well, and I think
braces,
the Curious George monkey reference is easy to be like, oh, he had a tail. He's a monkey. Monkeys have tails. So, of course, he had a tail. But in this instance, he doesn't have a tail. I mean, Curious George, the character, doesn't have a tail, while a regular monkey does. So I think this one's easy to misremember.
Milner62 says, I remember him having a tail.
Sorry, Milner.
I think I do too, but I'm not 100% sure on that one.
How about this one?
I don't know. Okay.
This one.
Yeah, this one blew my mind, actually. I mean,
so
what the heck?
I had Fruit of the Loom Whitey Tidies when I was little, and they had a cornucopia on the tag.
I agree with you. And I went back and looked at all the historical logos for Fruit of the Loom. None of them have a cornucopia. a cornucopia. Which I'm just blown away. I could have sworn, like, what other logo has a cornucopia? Because this was like, what am I remembering?
Is there another logo that has this?
I don't think so.
Moving on. Okay, this one I feel like you could easily get it mistaken because obviously they're very similar, but also when you think of Looney Tunes, you think of cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always remembered it as tunes, as like the song.
Because it looks like a record. To me, the orange looks like a vinyl record.
I think this is an instance of, wow, they could have made it so much cooler by using two O's, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like they missed the mark there because
missed opportunity.
It really looks good too, the double O's on Looney and Tunes, but that's okay.
And, yeah. Johnny P says best cartoons ever. I agree. That was my cartoon. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be an easy one to mess up for sure.
This is an interesting one.
Did he have the spectacle or did he not?
He did not.
I remember the spectacle.
Okay, but did you get him confused with the Peanuts?
The Peanuts guy, probably, yes, because they look
the hat. It's the hat.
Yeah, so this begs the question: what else am I remembering? Like the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia. There's some other mass-produced item that has a cornucopia that I'm remembering, like this little spectacle. This is the Peanuts guy. The Peanuts guy has a spectacle, right?
Yeah, and then I think it couples with the fact that everybody that like dresses up as him misremembers it also, so they all like have the the monocle when he doesn't actually have a monocle. For that. You got what?
Oh, the monocle, not that. What did I call it? Yeah, it is
a spectacle. Same sort of thing.
Two.
Yeah, the
one, right? Mono one. Yeah.
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, notoriously got this wrong.
This is, I think, why people misremember. But I always remembered him having a monocle too.
That's quite a wrap you're wearing. Perhaps I could get you some fluffy new... Hey. Thanks for the free parking.
Another activist squad.
That's why.
Yes.
Ace Ventura
for the free parking.
Ghastly man. And defenseless baby seals. Who is this ghastly man? Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy.
Okay, so this is something that I think needs to be mentioned. When pop culture perpetuates something that's not true, we remember, what, of course we're going to remember it that way.
Star Wars, yeah, that's like the biggest one that is misremembered from Star Wars land.
Yet.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Keep on rolling then.
I'm going to get us to the Star Wars. This one I don't really care about.
I've never I knew distinctly the difference between Jif and Skippy, so there was never any question in my mind that it was not
Well,
Jif.
I wonder if this is there's Jiffy popcorn that you can like that comes in like a thing that you
Yeah.
can like shake on your stove. And I wonder if but yes, it's Skippy or Jif. No
Yeah.
Jiffy.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I think is just silly because it's one letter.
I think
You
I've seen
could-
this a number of ways, though.
You could easily misread this, especially if you pronounce it Bernstein. Stain, you would assume it's an E.
Yes. And I feel like anytime I've ever heard it pronounced, it's Bernstein Bears, right?
Bernstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Berenstain.
Sorry, that one. Yeah. So debunked. Okay, this one. This one actually kind of messed with my head a little bit because I totally thought.
I remember Pikachu with the black tip on his tail.
I
you
wonder if
though?
at some point in time
Yeah, I
he
do.
did have.
There would still be that art available. Pikachu's been around since the internet's been around.
So then it doesn't exist. Then.
Or was it just the shape of his tail and then the fact that he had the two little black tips on his ears that kind of like made you
I swear I remember him having a.
same. This
Black
one
tip.
did kind of mess with my mind, but then I almost assumed like it was because of the shape of his tail that I thought it was that.
I think Milner also said, "Why would Ace Ventura put a monocle on their Monopoly guy joke unless?"
Because somebody
They
misremembered it. Yeah.
But everybody remembers him having a monocle. I was like, yeah, he did have a monocle, but I'm being told he didn't, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm misremembering. But
I don't remember him with a
never
monocle.
thought I was misremembering until somebody told me I was. So.
But don't you think that's how this perpetuates into this mass? Oh, I know I remembered it that way because either you were told by somebody who had a false memory or something was written incorrectly or produced incorrectly about.
One person misremembers
screwed it
it,
up.
and they're so insistent that they are right that everyone's just like, okay,
Right,
you must be right,
exactly.
because who gives a shit?
But it only feels like the last decade that there's been this mass misremembrance phenomenon.
I think it's
it's
just
only been coined since 2013.
Well, yeah, but
right. So I think it's just we're just now aware that we're all misremembering shit.
Yeah.
but the Fruit of the Loom and Moonraker ones, I am 100% positive that my memory is correct.
Wait, what is this? Hold on. What is this?
I know. I was just wondering the exact same thing. When Oreo's Mandela effect, I've never heard of
don't
it.
know what
Oreos.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the double stuff.
Yes.
If there's two F's or one F, yeah.
Jacob, clearly you're just not eating enough double stuff Oreos. There's only ever been one F.
Okay. Here. Oh, how do we show this? Oh shoot.
What are you doing?
It doesn't play.
How do we play
Is
this?
did you put a video in a slideshow?
Yeah.
Well, I can just tell you what this is. No.
Okay, at the beginning of the scene, he says,
I am
"Luke."
your father. People misremember this line because of
Tommy Boy. Mhm.
In Tommy Boy, he speaks in the fan saying, "Luke, I am your father," and that's why everybody misremembers.
Yeah,
this
everybody
quote.
remembers
But
this
the
line
quote's
from Tommy
always
Boy.
been, "No,
Yeah.
I am your father." The actual Mandela effect from The Empire Strikes Back is somebody commented before. Like I remember this part.
They believe
There's-
there was a scene where General Veers died when a SO speeder crashed into the head of his AT-AT.
Maybe it's not General Veers, but there is a snow speeder that crashes into an AT-AT and it kills the general that's driving it.
So it is no, I am your father, not.
Yeah, it's always been no. And that's just Tommy Boy is the reason why people misquote it.
All
It's
right.
not a misremembrance. It's just a misquoted from another movie.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. I feel like this is kind of one of those cases of like when you misremember lyrics because it sounds like it or like somebody says it one way over and over and over again. So you just like, I don't know. It's
What
not
is
mirror,
the
mirror.
quote?
It's magic mirror on the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. It's always been mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the
No,
fairest of them all?
Okay, then bring up the video.
Well, yeah. You're you can't disprove your misremembrance
Yeah.
in a universe
Obviously,
where
we're
your memory no
misremembering.
longer has the proof to prove you right.
I just think it was one of those things where people just like started saying it that way. Like somebody heard it wrong and they just started saying it that way.
Yeah. Yep.
What's going on?
She wants pickles and cheese.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Chris Farley was funny. Yes, Ryan Barron, he was hilarious. I agree. Yeah, back to the thing about what was that from Mirror Mirror? Was that Snow White?
Yeah.
Yeah, Snow White. I think too, sometimes like I don't always hear things correctly, and so then I remember it differently because I don't hear it correctly.
Right.
And I think that's maybe part of what some of the movies are. Like if you don't have the sound turned up all the way and you're hearing it a certain way. Right?
Right. And then you hear it one way and then it's stuck in your head that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, how do
Do
you
you have any more slides?
That was the
Wait,
end
wait,
of
wait,
the-
wait, wait. I just found a debunking. It's both. It's both Mirror Mirror on the Wall and Magic Mirror on the Wall.
How? Is there two lines where they say it? I read the Magic Mirror on the Wall. That's what I read.
Oh, maybe Shrek? Was it Shrek that did it?
Oh.
Slave in the magic mirror, come from the farthest
Oh yeah, show the Shrek one of when
as I summon thee.
no, keep going. All right.
Magic mirror on the wall, magic
Wow.
mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
That is crazy.
Magic
This is
Mirror
so
on the
true
Wall.
about Shrek though. Go to the Shrek scene where what's his name? The prince is like, or the king.
Oh, in the original Brothers Grimm story, the English translation is Mirror Mirror on the Wall. So people might be remembering if they read the Brothers Grimm story in text.
Oh, yes. Very good point.
So that's why it's both.
Okay.
And then Shrek
You read
said,
it.
"Mirror,
Mhm.
mirror." Lord Farquaad.
Mhm.
The original story, Disney changed it for the movie. That's probably why I remember it that way. So I've read the Brother Grimm's books when I was little.